It's our lucky day. I found the greatest bet in the history of bets for tonight's Seahawks and Giants game, and honestly, I'd be surprised if FanDuel even exists after this thing. I'm serious. It's that good. You know what else is good? This channel. You can see for yourself if you just hit subscribe right now. It's actually that easy. If I were you, I'd go ahead and turn on the notifications too. You don't want to risk missing anything. Anyways, here's what everyone needs to know about this game tonight. I'm a receivers guy, so I know. Before we bet any receiver option for the Giants, let's see what the books come out with in terms of Wan'Dale Robinson. I haven't seen anything yet, so there is no number to bet right now, so I'm holding out. But I've heard everybody in the world talking about Darren Waller. I like Darren Waller. I'm a Darren Waller guy. I'm just saying, I think we should see everything we can possibly see before we start making decisions that can affect our entire night. Remember, this is Monday Night Football. There are 401ks at stake here. We can't take this lightly. The reason I want to see what Wan'Dale Robinson comes out at is because if we get a 1.5 reception number on him, I'm going to bet my house on it. Responsibly. That guy was only on the field for 11 snaps last game, but yet he was targeted 5 times. They like him. That's crazy. It was all pretty close to the line of scrimmage too, so those are high percentage. Now, if we get a 2.5 reception number, we'll have to see what the price is. I'm thinking if it's like plus 120 or higher, I'm gonna maybe not bet the house, but probably a car. Responsibly. I'm not saying that Waller isn't a good bet. I'm just saying let's just see what Wan'Dale comes out at, and then we can start hammering Waller too. Waiting on Waller's not gonna kill us. Probably. The market for him is basically already set. Now the real question is, why am I so high on Giant receivers? Because I think they're going to have to move the ball through the air tonight. I believe it so much that I took Daniel Jones over 224.5 passing yards minus 110 at FanDuel. If you're tailing this, you have to do it at FanDuel though. They've got the best number in the market right now. Everybody else is at like 232.5. for the same price, which is absolutely crazy. That's a gigantic difference. We're talking like 7 yards here. The thing is, these Giants cannot really move the ball on the ground. They try, but we're talking bottom 10 in the NFL in yards per rush attempt. That's not the greatest stat in the world for evaluating rushing offenses, but it still is pretty telling. On top of that, only one team in the NFL has allowed fewer yards per carry than Seattle. They stopped the run. We've all seen them do it. On top of that, I think Seattle's going to be able to move the ball and score against this Giants defense. The G-men have given up at least 28 points in every single game they've played this season. I know it's only been 3 games, but it's still true. You can't unsee what we've already seen. Shit doesn't work like that. What's even better is the fact that the Seahawks have flirted with 40 burgers in each of the last 2 games. These guys are putting up numbers. Why do we care about Seattle's offense if we're talking about Danny Dimes? Because if the Giants are chasing points, they're going to be throwing the ball. That's just how football works. You can't just run the ball if you want to catch up to a team that's boat racing you. Now, the haters are going to say Danny Dimes sucks, but I don't know if he's 225 yards bad, especially in a game script where they're throwing the ball literally the entire second half. And you gotta remember, the Seattle Seahawks give it up through the air. Did you know that every single quarterback the Seahawks have seen this season has gone for at least 320 plus yards? It's only been 3 games, but still, it happened. Matt Stafford went for 320, Jared Goff went for 320. Hell, Andy Dalton came back from the dead and threw for 360 plus yards last week against them. We only need 225 yards, so we're gold. But why stop at 225 plus yards? I just said that every single quarterback the Seahawks have played so far has thrown for 300 plus yards. So why not go Danny Dimes, 300 plus yards, plus 600 at DraftKings? I got a bonus bet hanging around there that expires today, so I'm using it on that. They only let you bet $10 on these things, but whatever. Action is action. And Danny Dimes' 300 plus passing yards is kind of good action. He's already done it once this season. Honestly, this might end up being the greatest nights of our lives. Feels right.